Okay, so this is number 43. First, you split it up, single term denominator, and now I'm just starting the derivative. The derivative of the first term would be 1. The derivative of negative 3 is 0. And the derivative of the last term would be negative 8x to the negative 3. And I'm sure most of you knew that you then had to move that negative 3 to the bottom. So you get 8 over x cubed. Then you think that's the answer. But just like it might be on a multiple choice test, that's not the way they wrote the answer. So how do you get their answer and make sure it's the same? Okay, well, they had a common denominator of an x cubed on the bottom. So what you do in that case is to go to your problem, and what you need on that bottom is an x cubed. So if I want an x cubed, so I have a common denominator, if I need an x cubed here, then I need to also multiply this by x cubed. Now I have a common denominator of x cubed, that's what this is, and in the numerator I have x cubed minus 8. And that's how they wrote the answer. They said the answer was x cubed minus 8 all over x cubed. And the way we had the answer was fine also. Again, that was in red, but you just have to recognize their answer. So this is fine the way they wrote it. Your answer, working their answer in reverse, if you do a single term denominator, your answer was x cubed over x cubed, which is 1, and 8 over x cubed. So either way, you just need to know how to write the answer both ways. Okay, let me stop that. That's number 43. I'm going to hit pause. Okay, number 63. It asks, where is there a horizontal tangent, which hopefully you know that's where the derivative is 0. So we got to find the derivative. The derivative of negative 4x is negative 4, and the derivative of e to the x is e to the x. And now you have to set that equal to 0. And this is where a lot of people forgot some algebra. And that's fair and totally understandable if you forgot how to do this. But now you got to make sure you study this problem so that it doesn't snowball later on when if you don't fix the issues as they come along and memorize them, then the class starts to get really hard. So just make sure you study this and you know how to do it again when it comes up in the future. Move the 4 to the other side. And now how do you undo a variable exponent? That's the part that you don't remember. Okay, so to undo a variable exponent, I'm going to rewrite it over here. To undo a variable exponent, you take the natural log of both sides. That's the trick. The natural log and the e, they're inverses of each other, so they undo each other. I informally, and this is not right, I say when you see line, write a line through it, but that's not really mathematically right. But that's the feeling it has. The natural log and the e undo each other, so you just get x equals the natural log of 4. And there's a decimal approximation of that. So the thing that you probably forgot back from pre-calc or algebra 2, to undo a variable exponent, take the log or the natural log of both sides. That's the piece that made number 63 tricky, but this is something that's going to show up a lot, so you have to make sure you know it in the future. Okay, so number 65, we're still looking for a horizontal tangent, and I've already found the derivative. Now I need to set that derivative equal to 0. So when does 1 plus cosine of x equal 0? And this is why I gave the assignment during Smart Week reviewing trig equations. Subtract 1 on both sides, you get cosine x equals negative 1. And this is just asking where on the unit circle, where does cosine equal negative 1? Well, that would be right here because your x is your cosine. So the answer would be right here, which is pi. So it's a weird answer. It looks weird, but that is the answer. The answer is x equals pi. They love pi and they love e on the AP exam. Get used to it.